Today I'm doing audio for an ESPN special feature that's going to air on Monday Night Football. I'm here in Indianapolis at the Colts facility, and I'm going to take you behind the scenes for the whole thing. So we're shooting in the Colts production studio, which has got a couple different sets. One of the things that's always true on these broadcast video shoots, it's fast moving and there's a lot of people around, there's a lot of people doing a lot of things. Before you know it, the room fills up with 10 people. We were definitely up against a time crunch because the NFL network was coming in to do their shoot right after us. So it was a little bit of a time crunch to make sure that we got our whole production in before they needed to come in. The feature today is on a Colts cheerleader. They have two cameras, one at the interviewer, one at the interviewee. I have to send audio to both cameras. The topic of the interview is how this cheerleader uses ASL to communicate in her role as a cheerleader, plus also how she integrates that into her work as an occupational therapist.
So we just finished loading in. My first job is to get my tabletop system set up for the mixer, pick my position, and then scan for wireless, synchronize timecode. So I need two XLRs and two snakes.
Then all of a sudden you're just
and then I also need my boom holders. This is how I adapt to get myself two tabletops.
There's more to it, man, because the first part of this.
And I've got this awesome stool. Check this out. Whoa. That's awesome. Then I'm gonna prep my booms. These are just standard light stands. And then these are film devices, boom holders with Matthew's mini grips. So one of my booms is a Sanken CSM1. The other boom is a Sanken CS3E. And then I just have the Bumblebee wind bubbles on them. Took a little bit to find my position for Audioland, but once we found it, I got settled in and I started doing my work of scanning frequencies, setting up the mixer, arming the channels that I wanted to arm, and getting going. Just let me know if I need to slide to a different place. Am I good, you think? Okay. It's pretty easy to plug audio into these ARRI Amira cameras. They have XLR jacks right on them, mic line switches right on them. Some of these cameras are not that easy. I bring my synchronized Tentacle box, and lucky for me, a lot of these cameras have Velcro right on the top. I just position my Tentacle right on the top on the Velcro and SDI straight into the timecode in, and then I use my Tentacle app to compare my timecode on the app against the timecode that's reading out on the side of the camera.
One of the things I really like about this kind of work is the fast-paced variety that it brings to my schedule. Again, I only got referred into this job 2 days ago, and I got referred into it through one of the camera operators that was there. I think this shoot just popped up and they hired a camera operator. They asked the camera operator, who was a friend of mine, if he knew any audio people, and here I came. So it's kind of how it works. I get a mixture of jobs in off of listing sites, so Production Hub, Glimmer, Staff Me Up, and then I get some jobs off of direct referrals like this. So your network as a freelancer is broad, and sometimes referrals can come from sources that you don't expect. Sometimes you can get a random referral from someone that you met 2 years ago. Sometimes you can get a referral from someone you met 2 days ago. So it's just kind of how it works. And I'm just really thankful that I have a variety of leads coming in from a variety of sources. The way that ESPN works these things is they hire producers across the country. They hire production companies that create crews. So most of the time ESPN sends an ESPN staff producer, and then they connect with someone in the local market to get them a crew. And a lot of times, if that crew person can't get availability from everybody, so like if they call a bunch of audio people and the audio people are all booked on other things, well then they'll start branching out and they'll ask the other crew members, hey, do you have any audio mixers you can recommend? And that's just kind of how it works, you know. It's a natural progression of things. And this is why it's important to just keep your name out there and keep your contact information fresh, keep your social media fresh, keep your website fresh, so that when that referral comes in, you can act on it.
And we want to hide lavs, right?
Please.
Okay.
Always.
So I like to get this just right between there.
You got it.
You've done this before.
Sure have, buddy. Is the tape off? Yeah, okay.
Yes, please.
Josh, did you
Morgan,
know that Kelly has
can you count to 10?
Huh?
Colts cheerleaders that do ASL?
Oh, there's one of 3 Colts cheerleaders?
There's 3.
There's 2 additional children.
Thank you.
Really?
Yes.
Michelle, can you count to 10 for me?
I sure will.
I know.
One,
I have
3 of them are coming.
3,
so.
4,
Thank you so much.
5,
Thank you so much for sending
7, 8, 9.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever's.
Thank you.
Whatever's easiest for you.
One tip I'm going to give you is to make sure that your batteries are always going on charge right when you get home from a shoot. Okay? This goes for everything: video, audio, photography, any type of work in this industry. Get in the habit of charging your batteries when you get home. Why is that? That's because when you get home, you just don't know when your next shoot is going to happen. So your next shoot could be the very next day. And if you don't have the discipline to get your stuff all charged up, then maybe you're going to get called out to a shoot and your batteries won't be charged. I've seen quite a few video people wait until they need their gear to charge the batteries. I'm completely opposite. I charge them as soon as I get home so that they're ready for the next shoot.
So fun.
Is the other one out?
Still in the shot. Yep, just peeking up, just hair more up.
Is Michelle's okay?
Michelle's is
How's my
great.
exposure over there, Nick?
Exposure, you look great. Your exposure looks good. Still in the shot.
Still there.
Oh, Josh.
Yeah. Now let's move to this.
Definitely will have to have a special moment, give him a hug. He always pretends to act shy when he sees me again, but I'm like, Mark, you know me. Don't pretend you don't. Veronica said that he had been talking about the game nonstop after it happened to all of his classmates. So I know that they'll be super excited to meet me and the rest of the Colts cheerleaders in blue that are coming. So I think it'll be awesome for Mark to see all of us in action together and then all of his classmates to see us interacting as well.
So on my mix, I was running 4 channels. And those 4 channels were 2 booms, 1 for each talent, and 2 lavs, 1 for each talent. My MTP61s were connected to Sanken COS-11D microphones. My mixing strategy for the event was to create a stereo mix going out to the cameras, and I chose to use Dugan AutoMix in order to mix those 2 tracks from the booms down the lines to the cameras. And then I had the lav mics faded down so they weren't in the mix, and those were going just as ISO records. So when the editor gets a hold of the files, he'll see 6 tracks. He'll see a mix track left and right, and then he'll see a boom for each of the talent, and then he'll see a lav for each of the talent.
Before it started, and then just took a deep breath and tried to take it all in because it was a huge stadium. There were so many fans. It was an international game being broadcasted. It was such a special moment and is truly something I will never forget and something that I am forever thankful that I had the opportunity to do.
I also send that left-right mix out of my outputs to my transmitter for an IEM. I use Sennheiser IEM units for my in-ear listening. So I just hand the producer a set of headphones and a wireless receiver, and they can choose to use it if they want. As I'm mixing, I'm rotating between listening to the main mix and then isolating each track just to listen to it in solo mode or PFL mode and just make sure everything's good, okay? I'm not always listening to the mix. I'm mixing it up with a little bit of PFL for each channel to make sure. I'm especially PFLing into the lav mics more often because those are faded down. They're not going out on my reference mix. So those are faded all the way down. And I'm just PFLing into those to make sure they're sounding good.
I started learning ASL my sophomore year of college, and then I continued learning it each semester in college and have kept up with it ever since then. One of my favorite ways to keep up with my sign language is just through TikTok. There are so many deaf creators that go on TikTok live and just are signing, and I, like to quiz myself and make sure that I can keep up with all of those signs. But yeah, I started about 5 years ago now.
So I hope you enjoyed this behind the scenes look at how an ESPN feature piece comes together. I really enjoy doing all this content. I love taking you behind the scenes. Make sure you give me a comment if you have questions about anything. I love hearing from you guys. I love hearing from viewers about things that you're dealing with, okay? This YouTube platform has been really wonderful for me to just connect with new people. So don't be shy. Leave me a comment, reach out, and we'll catch you in the next one.